here with Steph, and we're talking about, we both have a cause that we both feel really passionate about, which is working with Environmental Working Group on clean beauty and on lobbying and, for changing these laws so that we don't have to do the work as consumers to know what products are safe. I've been working with EWG since I had Mason, I would say, is when I really became aware of clean beauty and products and what I was putting on him. And then first it started with him, and it really started with the food that we were putting in his body, because when you have such an innocent being,
your body, you don't want to.
You want that. When I was pregnant, I didn't know as much, but after, when it's your first time to feed them their first meal and things like that, I really started thinking you want everything to be the best, And so I really started thinking, once I was done breastfeeding, of what kind of foods. And that's when I really started learning about organic. I didn't really know about that. It's so funny, because I used to, if you would have seen my pantry years ago when I lived with Chloe and our townhouse, it was all junk food.
Cannot imagine that now.
Just all junk food. And that's just kind of how we grew up. And I feel so once I started getting into that, I started learning about, the products, and the products that I was told were the best top products you could put on your baby, I found out were filled with chemicals. And so I really started looking into that. And when I had Penelope, someone had told me about this app, which is Environmental Working Group's app called Skin Deep, and where you can scan your products. And I used to use it for household cleaning products, and then also for products that I was putting on my kids, and they would score them. And even before I would go around scanning all my products, because as a new mom, I didn't really have a ton of time, I remember using them as such a resource to look at what products they had on there. And, I would try to buy the products with the best scores.
Yeah.
And so I've really been into it since then. And I, at one point, had a meeting with all the girls from EWG when they were in town. And they had told me about an opportunity to go to Washington and lobby and try to get these laws changed. So that's how I really got involved. So how did you start caring about clean beauty?
Well, I think it was really when I saw you go to DC, and I was like, wait, what's the Environmental Working Group? That was actually the first time I had even heard that, there were no cosmetic laws, which is so crazy, because you think as a consumer that if there's something on your shelf, on the shelf in the store, it's, been regulated and it's safe and it's not going to harm you and you're not going to get sick from it. And that's just not the case. And I really had no idea. And so once I saw you go to DC, I kind of started reading into the Environmental Working Group and seeing what they were about and seeing what the laws were. And I was just shocked. So I just started kind of cleaning out little by little all of my things, and then using the Skin Deep app to just kind of find the stuff that, because they have the stricter standards. So I was just looking to see what scored the best. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. From everything from, not only makeup, skincare, but to my, household cleaning products and my laundry detergent, to the candles in my home. I've really, over the past year, done a lot of research and a lot of reading and a lot of digging for this information. And, you always say it's as consumers, we shouldn't have to be taking notes and, reading and learning about chemicals and all of these things. That just shouldn't be a part of our shopping experience. There should be, legislation.
You have to be at the grocery store or wherever the store, scanning our products, or even, I was just saying this to Simon, how you and I over this time, we've had so much, we've had a little more time to actually like start cleaning out. I started cleaning out my closet yesterday, and I was like, isn't that crazy that we have to do this ourselves? And I mean, I know like my skin is super sensitive, so I have to be really careful with what I use. Like fragrance can really irritate it, even on my body. So I really am cautious, and like I said, especially for my kids, I feel like they have sensitive skin too. So, but I think even more than that, just like the health concerns are the most important. And so should we talk about, I know you and I have both said we've been cleaning out our products. I have a box in my bathroom where I am right now of like all clean beauty, clean makeup that I have been just meaning to go through and like replace. I have so much makeup that's probably not good, like not clean.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, because it's like you think because it's not clean that it's not good. And so that it's not clean, like you wonder, is the clean stuff going to work or, so it's really been about finding the clean products that work and that, work for me. So that's something I've been doing. And as I did do a big clean out too, but as you've been cleaning out, do you want to tell us, I know EWG shared with you the like top ingredients that we should be looking for when we're doing these products. I'm going to take some products and I want to see
if
while you're
okay.
I know, and you know what sucks is so many products don't have the labels on them. They have it on the box.
I know. And then once you get rid of
the box.
Yeah. So I feel like a really popular one that has, that everyone hopefully knows about is parabens.
I'm looking for products while you talk.
Okay. So parabens are basically like, they're a preservative and they disrupt your hormones. And so you want to look for products and avoid products with propyl, butyl, isopropyl, isobutyl, parabens. So if you look for those, and we'll post this so you can kind of use that as a guideline, but if you look at your products and kind of look for those key ingredients and parabens, I'm going to look at this one. I mean, I know this one's like really bad. And then phthalates is a chemical family that actually damages the male reproductive system. And a lot of the time this is in nail polish, fragrance. Also, the chemical mixture, the different ingredients that are in fragrance can a lot of the time include phthalates, and it's really dangerous for pregnant women. Isothiazolinones, which is like a really long one. I haven't actually seen that one on the back of my products, but this one, if you notice you're using a product and it causes a skin rash, that could possibly be, an ingredient that is triggering that kind of rash and reaction. And
it's so hard.
It's hard. It's a lot.
To search through. I mean, I'm trying to search through this one. The great thing about EWG too is they're building up their, what is it called? Catalog or?
Yeah, the catalog of like the EWG verified stamp. So that.
But not only the verified, just like there's things that they're scoring. So when you scan this, like this has a barcode, and when you scan this on your phone, it comes up and then you can see a score. But there's so many products in the world, they don't have every product. So I think they're working on getting more and more products on.
And, when you're obviously looking for the term fragrance, fragrance just is so scary to me that you don't have to disclose.
You don't know what's in it.
And pretty much every product has fragrance in it. And then obviously like formaldehyde releasers. Who wants formaldehyde in their product? That's crazy.
Isn't that like used to embalm dead bodies?
Yeah, and it's like, why? I mean, some of the things, it's really scary. But then, the labeling as well, when you see things that say, organic and natural and cruelty-free, vegan. There are all these different labels that, you know, you're looking for. And so you really should try and understand those terms.
My
Because
box, by the way, of all my clean beauty that like I want to clean out.
You should try it right now.
What?
You should try it during this time and just see what you love.
Right now, I've been finding like all these like clean lipsticks. Like people, I did a post and I said like, send me, you know, some clean products. Like I'm looking for clean makeup. Like anybody have any suggestions? And then I just started getting stuff sent, which is amazing.
I feel like skincare and stuff, like for us, like that was like for me, that was like the gateway into all of it. And because there's such a huge market, and I feel like so many brands were clean and organic and cruelty-free in skincare. But for makeup, I guess I was just, and maybe it's because my skincare routine is always changing, so I'm always trying new products. So like the rate of turnaround with new things that I was introducing is at a higher volume than like I use the same lip liner and the same lipstick for 5 years. I don't really like stray.
The same products for so many years.
Yeah.
This is Victoria Beckham has a really nice packaging, and hers is like luxury beauty, you know, which is really nice. And I've been trying like a lot of before this all happened, when we were still filming and working and I was doing glam every day, and I would try like random oh, this is nice. I would try random products when I would do glam. I would say, let's try some clean beauty. We really have to, I want everything I'm using to be clean. And I found it really hard to find clean hair care.
Hair care is really difficult.
Until like a little bit more recently, I found some that I like, especially shampoo, conditioner. I'm good. It's more like hair products, like hairspray, and things like that. But anyways, it's definitely like an ongoing process. But I feel like I've done really good during time to get a lot of stuff cleaned out.
This one has isothiazolinone. This hand wash that I have has that in it, which is,
oh no.
And like I never would have known, because too, I think it's like the marketing and just like you're like, oh, this is a really popular product, it must be fine, everyone uses it. And so you automatically just assume because it's a high quality product, it's expensive, everyone uses it.
That's how it was. Yeah. Like with Mason, with the baby products, I used like, it was like the French, like expensive, like lotions and all that. And everyone's like, this is the best. And then I found out it was not at all. And I think what I was going to say, sometimes the packaging tricks you, because if it looks kind of organic, packaging or neutral or something, you think it's clean.
And sometimes when you see something that says naturally sourced, you're like, oh great, it's natural. Mm-hmm. Just because something's naturally sourced, along the line it can be chemically manipulated, and they can still say that it's naturally sourced because the term natural is really just talking about where they're getting the ingredients, and it doesn't have anything to do with the process that leads to the product sitting on your counter. So there's so many loopholes that, you know, as consumers, you have to be super educated. And I feel like for us, the EWG has been such a good source of information. And so if you guys are looking for, you know, articles to read, and if you want to try that app, I highly suggest it. I use it all the time. And, you know, Kourtney and I have been working with the EWG to get some of our favorite products that might not be in there loaded into the database. Just so we can share that information with everyone.
EWG also just launched a new thing on their site where you can enter in the ingredients and check the toxicity yourself. So if a product that you love or that you're using all the time, I would say also start with the products that you are using all the time, because obviously that's the most important. And when you do that, and you can go on there, if they're not on their site, you can now type in those ingredients and get a score yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I think is really amazing. So that's on ewg.org. So is there anything else we want to talk about as I drink my
I know that. What is that? Your
smoothie? This is my daily smoothie, but I put spinach in it now and banana. It's not the avocado.
Not okay. I'm just not a smoothie person. You love a smoothie.
Because I have to take my vitamins in the morning.
And so you don't want to take them on an empty stomach?
So I can't take them on an empty stomach. So I drink my smoothie, and now I have a new thing since I gained 5 pounds over quarantine of having my shake at 11. I can't eat before 11. I'm like, so it's I'm kind of doing intermittent fasting. Yeah. So I won't eat until 11. So this is my smoothie time, and then I take my vitamins. Fun facts for you to know. Is there anything else you feel like adding, or that we should touch on that's important to?
I guess we should just definitely share this information on Poosh so that you guys can, the terms are, complex. So we can share all of this information on Poosh and on Future Earth, and definitely use the EWG as a resource and as a guide when you're shopping for all of your personal care products. And yeah. If you guys have any questions, I feel like, DM us and we could do another one of these.
Do another one and share, give help with other questions that people might have. I think this is a good start to get people going on their clean outs while they're at home during this time. And thanks, Steph, for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Maybe send us your pictures of you cleaning out your drawers.
Yeah.
We want to see it.
But I like to see clean, organized drawers. Or maybe send us piles of what you've gotten rid of.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. I'll call you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.